The Spiel Canal, yet another gaming channel with no budget for animation or even a catchy tune.
Right,
should we do a video?
Yeah, the sky looks nice.
It does look lovely, actually. It's a lovely sunset.
Yeah, lovely.
It's a beautiful time of year.
Enter the Underhive. Video 3.
Cycle 3.
Cycle 3 video and video.
What's this? Occupation phase number 3.
Yes.
What other thing can we say with 3 on it?
This is our last one. It's a magic number. 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 4.
No.
Or 2.
1 is the loneliest number.
It is.
We're past 1. So we've had 2 weeks of bloody combat.
Yes.
Lots of games.
Yeah, I've played 4.
You played 4. Okay.
4 games over the 2 weeks. Not in.
Yeah.
Although one of our players will be playing. He's got 2 games left to go before after we finish this video.
Yeah.
So he's going to have played 4 games this round.
So what I do is by the end of the cycle, I ask everyone to send me in their gang rating because I can't get all that stuff on Yak Tribe. And
is that because it doesn't work?
Because it's not updated. Yeah. So my account doesn't work. And then I sort out a pairing from that, which I'm not sure if we'll ask the group if they want to carry on with that in the next. The plan was we were going to do it for this phase, and then ask them if they wanted to do it in the next phase, any pairing or just solely challenges.
Whatever the next phase is called.
The territory phase. Can't remember.
It's not called that.
Not occupation. It's the
take other people's territory phase.
Yeah, that's exactly. I can't believe you remembered how it's worded in the book.
Yeah, I know.
Take everybody's stuff.
It actually
phase.
says, when you look at that phase, it says turn to page 147. And when you go to page 147, it says see the original page you're on. Can you remember the number?
No, can't remember the number.
No.
I can't stand that bloody rule book.
Yeah.
So we had the 2 missions was the Forgotten Riches, where you got the loot boxes.
Yeah.
Which went quite well. I played that one. I went against Palanites, and I fought the law, and the law didn't win. And memorable moment. I'll tell you my memorable moment from my game, and you can think of one from your games. Was that Adam tried to throw a flash grenade at me, and it scattered back into his own 2 guys.
Cool. That's pretty impressive.
It was pretty impressive.
Did it do a lot? Did it do anything?
It removed the activation of one of them for the next turn.
Oh, that is pretty nasty.
Yeah, and so I was already winning at that stage anyway. So, but he didn't want to pull. He didn't want to pull out. He wanted to just keep going and going and going, and eventually.
Sometimes you should just pull out.
Just pull out. That's the advice we give you.
Otherwise, bad things could happen.
Yeah. In Necromunda, definitely.
Memorable moment. So I played 2 games. I know you've got another one to go, haven't you? But I played 2 games. So the memorable moment for me in my first game was multiple moments that were combined, which was Pete has a mining laser on one of his Gene Stealer Colt, and it likes rolling 1s to hit. So he had the Overseer perk on his Overseer skill on his leader, so he was basically double activating this guy, and didn't hit any of my people for 5 or 6 rounds, and managed to kill one of his own guys.
Yeah.
Who I think then got partially deafened from it, and then then it put a flash wound on another one.
Okay.
So he didn't have a good game. He liked rolling 1s.
Not a good game.
No. And then I played a game against Ash, and what was memorable for that was a combination of not being able to get through toughness 4 squats, and although I did eventually kill a couple, but also I did win because it was the loot casket one, so I got more off because they're very slow.
Yeah.
And my leader charging in to 2 average squats with 1 attack each and no melee weapons. not killing any on the charge, not even wounding any on the charge, and then his leader charging in, putting me down to 1 wound. I then managed to kill one of his, and then he shot. So there were still 2 squats in combat with me, and he decided that he'd shoot his heavy stubber into combat and killed my leader, who then took multiple injuries on the chart and has 2 broken backs to give him -2 to his strength. And the other one was just convalescence.
Okay.
So yeah, not memorable for different reasons. Those games.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then hopefully in the next phase we have some more memorable games. And before we have some downtime.
Actually, I did forget there was a post-game thing that happened today. I've got 2 settlements, so I thought the best way to use these would be to roll double 6 to see if I get a ganger, and then double 6 again. So I rolled 4 6s for my settlements, and you said it was okay because I don't have normal gangers. Instead of having 2 gangers, I gained an Ogrin.
Yes. So now you have an Ogrin.
I've got an Ogrin whose weapon loadouts are awful, but
But he's big.
Yeah.
Simple.
He's got some sort of weird gun that will kill people. Yeah, if he hits.
You should call him Bartos.
He's called Hodor because the model has one of those big Ogrin shields, which don't exist in Necromunda. But there we go.
Yeah, it looks like a door.
Yeah.
So I captured one of Adam. I captured Adam's captain.
Nice.
And Adam didn't really have. He only has like 25 credits.
Okay.
So rather than force him to endure a rescue mission, I let him have the captain back for giving me his weapons. So
nice, you disarmed him.
I disarmed him. So I disarmed him and sent him back.
That's a very honourable thing to do, isn't it?
So I've managed to now acquire a Enforcer shield and a shock baton.
Nice.
But yeah, I think it's been going pretty well. We've had a lot of people playing a few games. I think there's a couple of people that are new to Necromunda, and they're still finding their feet with it. So in this cycle, I'm going to introduce a couple of boons just to help them along a little bit.
Helping people who aren't doing very well.
Well, just to give them a bit
not
of boost.
Me.
Yeah,
I see.
Not you, no, because you're doing fine. In fact, I think at this moment you have the highest gang rating of everybody. So
things could change before the reset.
Yes. Yeah. But you have spent all your credits.
Yeah.
So your gang rating is with no credits.
Well, I didn't want to have a naked Ogrin. So
my gang rating is a bit lower than yours, but I've got about 150 credits.
Cool. Yeah.
So
and you're about to play a game.
I am about to play a game.
So you're probably ahead of me, really. Depending on whether your guys rank up and stuff.
Keep my.
Oh, this guy's gained a skill. I'm going to boot him off.
Yeah, he's gone. It's kind of Well, so I've got 12 gangers because I've not had anybody who's been captured or memorable death. So I've just been gearing them up more and more rather than just have more and more people. So my guys have they're really cheap, the cultists, but they've got disproportionate gear to how much they cost.
Yeah.
Because and then that way, if they get killed, they're worth more money. So it's good for people. But,
well, I've got 2 ratlings in my gang which I've gained for free, but they're only worth 20 credits.
Okay.
But they're with their gear. One of them's 95 and the other one's 120. So yeah.
All right. So what? So the boons that I've decided for, and in the Discord I'll put what the gang rating cap is.
Yeah.
So that not everyone benefits from these. You have to be below a certain gang rating to get these boosts. Is that you get double XP. So whatever it is for the mission and whatever from the actions in the mission that you do, any outs of actions and stuff, it's worth twice the XP.
Oh, whoa. So if you killed someone's leader, you get 4 XP.
4 XP. Not bad.
Oh, I thought you were just doubling the taking part in a mission one.
No,
I'm going to sack off loads of people so I can get more XP.
Double the whole thing. And then another boon I'm going to give is because I think anybody who's sort of below the 1100 gang rating point at the moment only has 1 settlement. And I don't think there's any more settlements are available.
No, they've all gone.
So when you roll your post-battle settlement rolls, you can change one of those dice results to a 6.
Oh.
So you are guaranteed to get a Juve, and if you roll a 6, you can guarantee to get a Ganger.
That's really good.
So that's.
But if you choose to use that, you have to take it, presumably. You can't be like, oh, I've got a double 6 after doing that, and then decide you don't want the Ganger anyway.
Only for this cycle, so they can do what they want to do with it.
Okay.
But they can't,
so they could, if they're a Chaos Cult, for example, they could sacrifice them to,
Yeah, I could do. I could try it, but they. You can only do that once as well in the cycle. If you
play loads of games and don't get the buff,
you're not getting.
Is that the same with the double XP?
The double XP for the whole cycle,
right?
But the changing the guaranteed Juve or Ganger
it's just once.
Is once, yeah. Because otherwise that would be, I think, too powerful.
Oh, so you could game it and go, I gained a Juve this one, so I'll save it for my next game.
Yeah. If you roll and you get 1/6 and you think, or you get the double 6 and then you can fit in another game, you can change that dice roll to a 6.
Yeah.
But so cool. That's why it's not 1 is automatically a 6. You get to choose, so you can see what your roll is. So I think that those are the 2 boons that we're going to put in. Anybody has any questions about it, they can ask me on Discord. Anybody has any questions about it that isn't playing in a campaign, you can ask me on YouTube. And I'll probably respond.
Maybe. Unless you're telling us we get the rules wrong, in which case we'll just sheepishly ignore it.
Yeah, unless that. But if there is anybody who says anything about the rules being wrong, which does happen, a lot of our stuff is pre-recorded, so we won't change it.
No, we're not going to be able to go back and change the game.
Yeah.
But one of the things that came up was that when we were doing the Dominion campaign, was it Dominion? Underhill's campaign, that the Spieler dying doesn't end the scenario.
Which I don't.
But I'm sure we'd read it that it did. But I couldn't find it anywhere. I had to look through the book, so we just can't read.
Yeah, I'm sure. We're both.
But it meant I might have won that last game. You wouldn't have charged me in that last game, otherwise.
No, I wouldn't have, because that was the whole.
Oh, is that actually out yet? The last game?
No. Shh. I'm going to cut that out.
You could just beep it.
Beep.
And that was the last game.
Unless because this video won't come out till Saturday.
Oh, so you might have time to do that.
So I could finish that last game.
It is quite short.
It's a very short video.
7 minutes.
But if I don't get a chance to finish it, then we've just lost a whole segment of this section.
That's probably for the best.
That'll be the jump.
Yeah. It's like we swap places halfway through the video. Yeah.
You've got more hair. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, big bushy beard. Or I could be Moustache Man again. Yeah.
You're gonna make it work. It's gonna be a good character.
It is.
You can bring him in.
We'll call him Fernando,
future gang leader, Moustache Man.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's get on with what the scenarios are for the next phase. So again, 2 scenarios. The first one is Looters. It is similar to Forgotten Riches in that there are 4 crates on the board. But this is an attacker-defender. The defender has to protect the crates. The attacker is trying to steal the crates.
Oh, okay, yeah. So is it the defender's stuff in the crates, or are they defending them for someone else?
In the rulebook mission, it is your own stash that's in there.
Yeah.
But I'm not playing it with the own stash. It'll be
because most people have spent it all.
And sometimes it feels like you're just kicking puppies with some of the games. So what we'll do is narratively, it will be that you've been contracted to look after someone's stuff or something like that. So the attacker gets credits for stealing the boxes. Now in the scenario, the defender doesn't get anything. So I've tweaked that in for every attacker that they take out of action. They get a reward of half of the credit value just for the fighter, not for their gear.
Okay, so if it's like a 50 credit ganger, you get 25 credits.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah.
And it
irrelevant of what gear they've got.
Yeah, it rounds up to the nearest 5.
Oh, cool.
So like my guys are, I think they're 55. So you get
30.
You get 30 for taking them out. So it's pretty standard in that way. The defender gets like a reasonable sized gang, but then can bring in the rest as reinforcements. The attacker gets to choose however many they want to attack with.
And what does the attacker get out of the box?
They get D3 times 10 credits per box.
Oh, okay.
So potentially
120 max.
120 max, yeah. And then they're also going to have their settlements and whatever else boons they've got, because because a lot of people now have multiple territories. So that's one of the scenarios. The second scenario is called Archeo Hunters. This one will have an ambot that's on the map.
Cool.
Which I will leave here for people to use.
I've got an ambot.
Yeah, you've got an ambot. Well, we'll put 2 in.
There could be 2, because that means 2 people could play.
2
or
people
4.
could play, yeah, because that was the problem we had with the propaganda.
Yeah.
Was multiple people can play at the same time. So the ambot is deactivated, and you have to get to the ambot. Someone from your gang gets there and does an intelligence check. If they pass it, it gets an activation marker. You can use the ambot for combat if you wanted to, but its primary job is there is a door on the map that it has to use a double action to destroy, and then that opens up the vault. And then for every gang member you get into the vault, from either gang can do it, it doesn't matter whoever breaks down the door, you get D6 times 10 credits.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, yeah, it can be a lot of money. It depends how you want to how you kind of want to do it. If you want to sort of try and get that loot and get people in, or if you want to try and force the gang out. If the opposing gang voluntarily bottles, then all of your gang gets in. Like,
anyone who's left.
Anyone who's left, yeah. Anyone who's not seriously injured.
Yeah.
But it does say if they voluntarily bottle. So if you fight them to the point where they have to bottle, then you suffer for the reward for that, unless you've actually.
So it's only if they fail the bottle test that they get away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's only if they don't fail a bottle test but choose to bottle.
Yeah. And you can't take a bottle test unless you've lost somebody. So you haven't got to worry about someone coming in
or seriously injured.
Yeah, or seriously injured. Precisely. I think I will also. I might. Maybe, what's your opinion? I might put an additional hurdle on that, so that you don't have someone who's just like, oh, I've lost one guy, I'm just going to quit, and then you don't get anything. So maybe if they have to lose a couple of people.
Well, no, because if they voluntarily bottle, the opponent gets everything, don't they?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to cut that out.
Don't leave it in.
I'm cutting it out.
You leave all the stuff in where I look a pillock, but not yourself. I see.
That's the power of the edit. Okay, now fine. I'll look a pillock.
Just this once.
This once. One time. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll use my audio, but just have your lips moving and have it come from you.
Oh, this guy.
Okay, so that's everything really. Obviously, both of these missions can be found online if anybody who isn't part of our campaign wants to play them. And then any tweaks that I've made to them, I obviously cover in the video, because sometimes they can feel a little, if you win you get everything, if you lose you get nothing, which
I think that's an important role of the whatever the organizer's called in this. Arbiter is that, you know, if some people aren't doing as well, you need to do things to keep them in. You need to make them want to come back and play more.
Yes.
So making these little adjustments is great.
Yeah, I'm trying to just keep it inclusive, because we want more people to play.
No corpse grinders.
Oh, no, not that inclusive.
Yeah.
Also, maybe next time, no Escher.
What's wrong with Escher?
Rob plays them.
Oh, yeah. Maybe just no Rob.
No Rob, yeah.
Or the other Rob.
No Robs.
Yeah.
They'll start going by different names. They'll
come in with a moustache. Yes. I love it.
Okay. But that's everything. That's everything for this week. It will be Down Cycle next time. So the next one of these won't be for a few weeks.
So we're not going to do a video for Down Cycle, I guess?
Maybe we will.
Or we might do. We could do something in the Down Cycle.
Yeah.
So in our Down Cycle, are people going to be able to play at all?
They can play if they want to, but there's no territory gains.
No.
So I might, maybe what we could do actually is I'll come up with a few of the like fun scenarios that people could
I've got an idea for a custom scenario that we could try out.
Okay. Do you want to work on it and then we'll do another video in 2 weeks then?
Yeah, we'll talk about it in our next video.
Okay, well, there we go. Committed, 2 weeks. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, that's it then.
That's it.
Farewell, viewers. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You're going to leave that in as well, you dickhead.
Yeah.
That's not the button.
Which one is it?
The one with the...
Save.